Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. She said it's a freak-off session. If she says a freak-off session, brother, she ain't the only one freaking off. The prostitute ain't the only one freaking off. Old boy is freaking off also.
The FBI just recovered Kim Porter's long-lost laptop, and it allegedly contains an explicit video of Diddy with Usher when Usher was just 14 years old. And if you think you know what's in that tape, hold that thought, because it's much worse than you think. Also, they reportedly found intimate details about some of the ish Diddy gave Usher. And guess what? Usher's mama allegedly knew about it. Word on the street is that Kim's family wants to reopen the case, and honey, this recovered laptop is the first step into doing that. So what exactly did Diddy do to Usher at his creepy Puffy flavor camp? And why is Usher still loyal to him after all this time? Let's get into it. Okay, so as most of y'all already know by now, Usher moved into New York to live with Diddy as part of a supposed mentorship program he was running at the time, called the Puffy Flavor Camp. The entire idea was to train young talents into becoming stars. But what if I tell you there were much darker things happening that involved teenagers being made to participate in ritual activities? Well, according to Usher himself, that's exactly what happened. And in case you're wondering who even thought it was a good idea to send 14-year-old Usher to live with Diddy, you can thank L.A. Reid for that awful decision. So apparently, L.A. Reid was able to convince Usher's mama to let him go to Diddy because at the time, Usher was suffering from some vocal issues. And because of that, labels didn't want to sign him. Diddy got word about the situation and decided to step into Usher's life like a saving angel. And since Usher and his mom were desperate at the time to get him signed, his mom had no choice but to trust Diddy to take her son to his Puffy flavor camp.
Usher went to stay with Puffy. Now that was a business decision right there, because I didn't know Puffy. I didn't know him.
How do you just let your little son go with a stranger to a whole new city just for a check? Girl, bye. Anyway, as I said earlier, Usher admitted that he participated in ish activities while he was at Diddy's house. From the sound of it, there wasn't a lot of mentoring going on, just freak-offs and a lot of hard substances that no 14-year-old should be exposed to. In fact, when Usher was asked if he would ever like his own kids to live with Diddy, he immediately said no.
Moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody tried. And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Now, would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Baby, the fact that Usher was so traumatized that he would never entertain the idea of his kid living with Diddy is very telling. And things got worse when this disturbing video of Diddy accidentally admitting to sleeping with Usher in the same bed every night went viral.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, just out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying?
What's even crazier is that Usher had actually hinted at this before, but people didn't catch on to what he was saying. So basically, back in 2005, Usher made some interesting comments during his Essence magazine cover about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. According to Essence magazine, Usher was pretty chill during the interview, but as soon as he was asked the details of what he saw at those Diddy parties, he got visibly nervous. And what he said after that was very revealing. In fact, he said the things that happened were so bad that if he were ever to go into details about it, it would be in a tell-all book. He said, "I want to save some ish for my book one day. I'll put it this way, there was a lot of X." Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit gagged when he said this, but not for reasons that you might think. It isn't because I'm surprised, it's because there is a pattern of folks either getting fatally sick or straight up dying every time they attempt to write a tell-all book about Diddy. Erica Kennedy wrote a book about Diddy, and she was found dead in her home a few months later. Kim Porter was also writing a book about him, and she was found dead too. And while we're on the topic of Kim Porter's book, I want to tell y'all about an alleged email from one of the publishers who was helping in the writing of her reported Tell-All book. According to the publisher, Kim's book spilled all the tea about what Diddy used to do to 14-year-old Usher, including an alleged STD. The email also revealed that Usher's mom, Janetta, wasn't aware that Usher was getting played with by Diddy. Apparently, it wasn't until she found out that Usher had allegedly caught an STD from Diddy that she finally connected the dots. The email read, "Some of the things in the book cover Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom. And girl, in case y'all are wondering the exact STD Diddy allegedly gave Usher, word on the curb is it might be good old herpes." You see, back in 2017, Usher was sued by a woman claiming that he purposely gave her herpes. According to her, Usher exposed her to herpes during their encounters, and that he didn't tell her he had been diagnosed with herpes in 2009. She claims she tested positive after experiencing symptoms and reading online reports of Usher's alleged diagnosis. Now, even though Usher was clearly played with by Diddy in ways that no 14-year-old should be played with, he is still scared to speak up. It's so bad that sometimes folks even accuse him of trying to protect Diddy. In fact, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene went off on Usher for allowing Diddy to get away with the things he has done despite knowing the kind of person Diddy is. He said he acknowledges the fact that Usher is a victim, but he still doesn't respect him for remaining quiet.
But how dare you say a man that grew you, you gonna give him a pass? And a lot of more people know. Didn't do you right when you was at Diddy Camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy Camp?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows, the white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, "Yo, would you send your son to Diddy Camp?" And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy Camp. But yet and still you praise him.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you.
I remember you told me a while ago that, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
According to Gene, Diddy was doing crazy things with Usher, and at one point, they had to rush Usher to the hospital.
Puff and Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Now, I don't know what's going on with Usher or if there is even any truth to everything being said, but if there is, this might be the time to put out that tell-all book he was talking about. I mean, 50 Cent just released a whole documentary about Diddy, and he's still alive, so he is safe now. In the meantime, people had their thoughts about all this, like this person who said, "I felt sorry for Usher when he was a teenager. His mother left him in danger for a year. I wonder if she was getting paid. I felt sorry for Justin too. These young men had to endure the awful things that happened to them. I wish Usher and Justin the very best. Whatever happened is in their past. I don't blame them. I hope they move on to bigger and better things." Another person said, "His mom sacrificed his childhood by handing him over to a man she didn't even know. Celeb, famous, rich, whatever, just don't do it." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Kim alleging that Usher got infected by Diddy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.